thought that all by myself.
And the great thing is, we've heard the new album, Escapology, from Rob, and it undoubtedly is his best album yet, and made a brilliant album. So we're looking forward to working on that, and it comes out middle of November.
Yeah.
Hard work.
And that's not just a bunch of hot air either. It is the best album I've ever done, and I'm really looking forward to getting out there, performing it, and seeing what happens with it. I'm really proud of it. You know, it's the first album that I'm, you know, the most proud of. I'm not very good at this today. I've just got off a plane.
How does the deal work? Is it the biggest British music history?
Well, my mum said it'd be really uncouth of me to talk about money, but I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams.
Is it the biggest, recording contract in music history?
I got the biggest cock in the music industry. You should know that as well. Diddly-diddly.
Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you very much.
Biggest cock. See you later. Thanks very much for coming down. I'm an EMI artist, and I'm really pleased to be. And Escapology's out, and will be out soon, and it's great. Right.
Rob, are you just pleased that it's all over now, that you've finally sorted it all out? Because it's taken some time, isn't it?
Well, I'm just pleased that I can announce my retirement today. You know, which is,
What are you going to do with the cash, Robbie?
what am I going to do with it? I'm going to count it all.
Robbie, every day.
Coming up to the top, please, mate.
Right.
Bye now.
Good luck. Way to celebrate, Robbie. Take care.
You've got two choices. Hello, I've got a short film that I want you to watch. It's about a global problem that affects millions of children and young people. It's about children being exploited at the hands of adults. It's about the loss of innocence and an early entry into the harshest realities of life. Please watch it. It's short, but it's definitely not sweet. Countries like these are rich in natural resources. Hardwood trees reach for the sun with their dark limbs. Diamonds sleep in the earth or stare from the mountains. But one crop is more precious than gold or opals. An exotic fruit. It grows wild and free in towns and villages. It is prized higher than all others. It is ripe for picking after 12 or 13 summers. At harvest time, buyers arrive from the city. They seek out the tender buds. They pluck the best of the bunch. They cut the roots. They disappear into the dust. Some fruit is for domestic consumption, but most is exported. It can be seen being unloaded at UK airports. Many wealthy countries have developed a taste for it. It's not uncommon for one piece of fruit to be sold 1,000 times over. It is often packaged in eye-catching colours. It is praised for its sweet scent and its sun-kissed flesh, prized for its soft insides and its dark segments. Only the heart of the fruit is discarded, the heart which is broken once the fruit is opened. Every year, over 1 million children are trafficked, transported across borders and exploited on their arrival. UNICEF wants to end child exploitation and are tackling the problem at the source. But we need your help. You've got two choices. Do nothing or do something. I sincerely hope that you will join UNICEF's campaign to help end child exploitation.
So Robbie Williams was approached because he is a local boy. He was born only 6 miles away from this hospice. And it did take quite some time for him to get involved. I think mainly because they wanted to see that we were a genuine charity, that we were moving forward. And what happened is, when we had the building gifted to us, all this fabulous building here, which has cost £2 million, was just a gift from a local construction company. And he came and visited in November, when the building was just a partly made shell. And he was walking around and chatting to people, chatting to the people working on the building, very friendly, very down to earth. Actually met his father about 3 or 4 months ago, and he was saying that this is very important to him. He's actually patron of only 3 charities: UNICEF, Great Ormond Street Hospital in London, and here. So for us that's absolutely fantastic. And he supports this local area through what is called the Give It Some Fund, and he's paid £500,000 into that fund, that local charities can have grants from that. So we do get money from that as well on a regular basis. And he has said that he will come and see us again. So hopefully he will. In actual fact, a little while ago, he supports one of the local football teams, and they were having real financial problems, and everybody was saying, I do hope he supports us. And he was actually quoted, he rang the local newspaper and said, I would much rather my money comes to the hospice, because after all, this is about children who are not going to live. That's only football. So he is very, very supportive. And as you say, his image can be not very good, but certainly local people who've met him and know him say that he's basically a good guy. I get the impression that he likes to put on a show for people. He's the showman. He likes to be very loud and exuberant. But having said that, inside he's a little bit shy. I think a lot of it is it's all show. Basically, he's just a normal guy who's got several hang-ups, but basically he's an okay sort of guy who's got a big affection for this area. And as I say, a lot of it, I think that he says things because he feels that's what he should say. That's how he should behave, because he's in the public eye. But deep down, he's not really like that at all. When he comes here, he still goes in the local pub for a drink. He still sees his old friends. So really, when he's here, he's a very down-to-earth person. It's only when he's away from here that he goes into showbiz mode and becomes, hey, this is Robbie Williams. Because you say that's only the side that people see. They don't see the other side. And yes, he has had problems, but basically he's just a good guy. And for him, it's very important that he helps local children and local people, because traditionally this area, until very recently, had a huge industry. This hospice is built on the site of an old coal mine. So all underneath here is just empty space, because this was where the pit head was, where this building was. And there was a lot of industry, there was the pottery industry, and there's a lot of coal. And over the last 10-15 years, thousands of jobs have been lost in those traditional industries. And this area is quite a poor area. So I think because he's done so well, he wants to put something back. Just up the road here, he went to visit some people who wanted to build a community hall, and he asked how much money they were, how much they needed. And he said, that's fine, I'll write you a cheque for £125,000. And the money has just arrived to them, just in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So he's quite prepared to actually pay money out and support local things. But I think he's very much tied now by his management company, that he can't just go where he pleases. But when I spoke to his dad a few weeks ago, he said he's so keen and he really wants to come